Hey, what's up guys? Namaste. In this video, I will show you how you can create a simple Chroma Map plot using Chroma Map app. So, in this case, I have the files necessary for a Chroma Map plot already with me. I will do another video in which I'll show you how to prepare those files. So as you already know, the Chroma Map uses a chromosome file to define the coordinates of the chromosome and the annotation files which defines the coordinates of the annotation as well as the data associated with the annotation that you want to put in. So, alright, let's go and create a simple plot first. So as you can see in this app, everything is as much organized. I tried my best to organize each and every feature in specific panes like this. So what you can do is you can go in one of these panes, you can expand these panes, and each individual will have a specific feature. So this first pane is the input files pane, which allows you to input the chromosome and annotation file for your Chroma Map. So let's say the first field, the plot name, is basically an optional field. You don't have to use it. Basically, if you use this field, what will happen is when you export your plot as an HTML, it will automatically take this name. Otherwise, it's basically an optional feature and you can leave it as it is if you don't want. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple plot with the ploidy 1. In next video, I will show you how you can create a polyploidy plot using this app. So we're going to leave this as 1 because, well, we are creating a single ploidy plot. So let's select the chromosome file. In this video, I'll be choosing a chromosome file without centromere and a data annotation file which has a positive data value. We're not going to be using the data this time. It's basically simple annotating the features. So all the features will be annotated in this plot. So once you have selected your files, all you have to do is click Create Chroma Map, and there it is. You have your plot ready. Now, it might look very much, obviously small. What you can do quickly is to use the inbuilt zoom feature that I have implemented so that you can at least, the plot is visible. So this is a simple Chroma Map plot that you can make. There are like 2 chromosome and all the annotation. When you hover over these loci or locus or whatever you want to call them, I call them locus. A locus is basically a range of base pair where the features are annotated. As you can see that some of the locus have more than 1 feature annotated, like in this case there are like 2 feature annotated. So this tooltip here is doing something. While it's doing it, you can just click on it to make it stable. So it tells you the range that you are looking at. It tells you the number of features that it has, and finally the names of the feature that you have passed. It could be an ID or anything that you have passed in the file. And these names are clickable. You can actually assign hyperlinks to them. So whenever, for example, if you're using a gene ID, you can link it to its NCBI gene database or any database that you want. So yeah, that's a nice feature. And let's go ahead and change some of the properties. Like the one thing is let's say the annotation color. So right now every annotated loci is colored blue, while the black is the chromosome color. So to change that, we go to the plot properties. Yeah, so when you go to the plot properties, there are a few properties. I'll discuss it in a minute, actually. So let's go to the bottom here. So there it says the chromosome colors. This allows you to choose the colors for the chromosome. The first is the annotation color, which is the color that you want to change. So let's say I want like a greenish something. So you can pick any color of your choice, and then you go ahead and say create Chroma Map, and there it is. Now you have your own color of annotation. Similarly, you can change the chromosome color as well. It's the back color that there it is. Now I want to take a moment to walk you through some of the other basic plot properties that you can control. It's for instance, you can add a title. It's very simple to add a title. Let's say this is a plot, and as you see, as I type, it's a reactive app. So as I type, it will automatically add a title here. You can, of course, change the font size of the title, just like, I want 14 or something. So depending upon, you can change that. Now, let's talk about the chromosome properties. So the chromosome properties are particular to the chromosome itself. Like you can change the length of the chromosome. Like, I have to, in this case, one thing the Chroma Map plots do is the longest chromosome here will have the maximum length, while all the other chromosomes will be proportioned to the longest chromosome in your, list of chromosome. And, that's what the whole idea of the karyotype is, right? So the longest chromosome should be taking the entire canvas space, the length here. So I can increase this length by say, okay, let's increase by 5, 6 or something. So yeah, so this is how you can increase the length of the chromosome. Similarly, the width of the chromosome is, like right here. So let's change it to 20 so that you know what it means. So yeah, so you can customize the look and feel of these chromosomes by changing the length and width of these chromosomes. And now, this property curve here, this is a property that now allows you to change the curve. Curve is basically something that you can see at the end here. So let's just zoom in more to see what it is. So as you can see here, this is the telomeres, if you call them. Yeah, so you can call them the telomeres. The end of the chromosomes are curvy, and you can control these curve amount as well. For example, if I just put it 0, what it's going to do, it's simply going to, it's the gap. So if you do like 0, and let's put our gap back to, I'm sorry, I did something wrong there. So yeah, so as you can see, changing the curve has removed the curve. So putting the value of 0 have removed the curves at the end, but I think we're going to go ahead with the default value. And I accidentally changed the gap here, and as you can see, what the gap does is, gap is the distance, the gap between between the chromosomes. So you can change it to like say 10, and then you can see the gap seems to be much more. So depending upon, you can change the gap as well. Now the another thing is, let's go to the plot boundaries here. And I know that some are thinking like this, after doing this, the title is now not being shown, and we are going to adjust that in a minute. So what is plot boundaries here? And in the plot boundaries, you can change the width and height of the plot and the left and top margin. So here we can adjust the top margin, let's say 6, so that now it accommodates our title very well. So as you see here, how we can change these properties and, make changes to these plots in a very simple way. The legend position property is something I'll cover later, but another property that I'm going to show is the text property. So this is the text, chromosome text. You can control the text size from here. So basically this is how you can create a simple chromosome plot using Chroma Map app.